I just quietly sit back now and go, you got this.
You don't quietly do anything.
No.
I don't know what
I
the
do that
fuck
with
you're
Dylan.
talking about.
Yeah, so for everyone out there sending their kid to college, yeah, I'm in it. We're in it.
Yeah.
We're in it.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. And
Sure.
I doubt that my youngest will end up at LMU, mainly because I can't afford it. So he is going to have to
Second one
choose a
gets
state
nothing.
school, according to my financial advisor.
So move-in day survival tips.
One thing that I was very concerned about, which I think parents should be aware of, when you're choosing a school for your
Yeah.
kid, like the first thing I would ask, and this just speaks to my fucking crazy, but the first thing I would ask on tours is like, okay, so do you have like a doctor, like a medical, like a
Yeah.
health care?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like
we found the health center
office,
when we were
yeah,
there.
the health
Yep.
health center.
Yep.
Is there a health center? And if my kid, I mean, that is when I go, oh my God, I want them home.
Yeah.
If they get
Yep.
like, strep throat, if they get like, they wake up and they have such a horrible flu or they're throwing up or
Yep.
whatever, it's like, how far do they have to walk? Do they have to wait? Do they have to make a reservation or like an appointment, or can they just get in and will you give them drugs there, or do they have to find the CVS?
Yep.
Right.
And I needed
yeah.
to know all of those things about when my kid's sick, because I want to nurse them. And if I
Oh.
can't nurse them, somebody's got to
Yeah.
be there to nurse them.
You can't get to them. It's awful.
I
First
mean,
thing
for
I asked.
yeah.
for
That's you're a
Izzy,
good mom.
she's in New Orleans, so you have to have an evacuation plan.
Because of the hurricane?
Because of hurricanes
Oh
and
my
because
God.
of like weather. So before you even start school, they're like, okay, so what's your evacuation plan? Will your child
sorry,
be
what
going?
now?
Yeah.
I'd be
Will
like,
your
what are you
child be
asking?
going straight to the airport? Is there a state that they'll be? And you're like, what the fuck?
We're from California. We
Yeah.
don't have
Like,
weather like
what?
that.
Like,
Holy
there's
shit.
a place on Bourbon Street that she loves to frequent. They've got a cot
Is
in the
there
back.
a basement she can go
Yeah.
in there? Like there's
Yeah.
a club on
Yeah.
Bourbon
Yeah.
Street.
So it's just scary.
That's
Whenever your
crazy.
children
Yeah.
aren't right by you, it's fucking terrifying.
Well, especially when they're vulnerable like
Yeah.
that.
And freshman year they get very sick.
Oh my
Often.
God, yeah.
Often,
Well,
often.
Beckett got sick, but not crazy sick. I mean, and they get sick from their roommates who claims, "Oh, I'm not sick.
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I just have allergies." Yeah,
Yep.
you get super sick.
Yeah.
That's the scary part for me.
That's
so
gonna be
anyway,
the worst, to get the phone call and where he doesn't feel well. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't get to you.
No, that's great advice, because when you go there, that's what David and I did too. We went straight to the
That's
health
first thing I
center.
did. I asked all
Yes.
these questions.
and make sure they know.
Yes,
Yeah, well, I've been
exactly.
telling
I
Dylan
made
that.
them walk with me.
And have
Oh,
their
good.
insurance card
Yep.
in their photos,
Yep.
because sometimes like LMU, you have to buy their insurance if the kid doesn't have other insurance, and then you have to apply for the waiver if
Yep.
they do have
Oh,
insurance.
jeez.
We
It
did
is so
the same
much.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the Mama Bear legal forms. Where
Oh, yeah, I
you-
sent that to
I
you.
did it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did it.
yeah.
That's really important for parents.
That's
to
really
know.
important
I
because-
would not have thought of it because it's a firstborn. He's
Yeah.
18. If something happens to
Somebody
him,
else send that to you, or did you give them my name?
no, you
Because
sent
I've
it
been
to
sending
me.
it to you for like 2 years, haven't I?
Yeah, you have, like over and over again. But
Like,
I
this
did.
is
I
really
finally
important,
Did it.
because if they go to the hospital and they're past 18, they can't give you information long distance unless you
Yes.
filled out this form.
Yep.
And you
Okay,
also
that's
have
my
no
We've
say
done
in
that
what
too,
happens
yep.
to them. You have
Yes.
no say
Yes.
in what happens to their
That's right.
health care
Yep.
or anything because they're 18.
Yeah.
And that would be the worst in the world.
Yes.
But I did with Dylan. That's a great tip for parents too.
Yeah.
And advise your kids. I said, Dylan, even if you're just kind of sick, go to the health center.
Yep.
First, the health center at every university, I don't know if every university, but Indiana,
I believe
they
so.
have like, I am having a mental health crisis. Okay, go that way.
Yeah.
We have therapists on hand, and they have lots of dogs there
Yeah.
as therapy,
Yes.
which I love.
They do.
And
puppy therapy.
Puppy
Yep.
therapy, they do have that, but they also have people to go, you're not alone. Here you go.
Yeah.
But go to the health center, ask for help.
Yeah.
Because I'm not there. And they know much more than I do. They're doctors, and they're right there waiting for you.
And I mean, most of the colleges are really good about having someone to talk you
Yes.
through all of this.
All
Like
of it.
we've spoken to people at Barnard, they were great. We've spoken to people at Tulane, just going over,
I just have to say, we're really, really lucky. You've got Tulane, Barnard,
Yeah.
Indiana, LMU. We're really lucky that these colleges, these universities, really have these services and the people that are willing to help and everything. And even if you're not at one of those colleges or universities for your kid, it's worth an ask.
For
you know
sure.
what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Because
It's
these
really
are
important.
These
Yep.
are. This is the first time a lot of these kids have been independent on their own, and most of the colleges have that set up. Just it's worth an ask, and
Yeah.
Worth an ask.
put it in,
For
in its own photo album
Yep.
on your phone.
I didn't think of taking a photo of the insurance card. Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, because everything. Yeah, he's got it. He's never going to
Smart.
lose his phone.
Oh, I have an LMU album on my phone that has the phone number you call if you lose your one card. So if he calls me at midnight and was like, "Mom, I lost my one card. I didn't bring it with me, and I can't get into
What's
my
the
room."
one
Like
card? Oh, just all access.
how he gets into his
Yeah.
dorm, how he
Yeah.
gets everything.
Oh.
And and
Izzy has
because-
lost hers once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're all
And I
gonna
had the
lose it.
phone
And
number.
it's the
And I'm
worst.
like, call this number. This is the
Yep.
24-hour number. You're going to have to pay to get it replaced, but they're there 24 hours. And there's just certain things like that where it's like, just do a little bit of research, keep it on hand just in case.
Here's a conversation that I had with Dylan because he holds himself he goes, I want to run for this. I want to do this. I want to accomplish this. And I said, okay, I understand. I said, but I also want the phone calls when you're not okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to fail. It's okay.
Chill. The phone calls that you're going to get
I don't know.
are when he's not okay.
I hope so. I mean, I want you to do okay, but do you know what I
He's not
mean?
going to be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. What I'm not going to do is call my mom. For sure, he's going to call his
if a
mom.
class is hard, high school was easy for him, and it isn't for
Chill.
everybody.
You do not
get
have
what
that
I'm
to
saying?
worry about.
I want him to call me and say, this isn't as easy as I thought.
He is. He's going to call you and go, can I drop this class? This is awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Stop it. Life's too short.
Or talking about is there tutoring or support or
Yeah.
what can you do, because half of it is the navigation, right? Going
Yeah.
to talk to the professor, figuring out all of those things that you need as life skills
And
for when
Dylan's
you go
got
out
that
there.
down.
Yeah.
Dylan's ready, which is why
Yeah.
I want him to know it's okay, because he knows how people view him as this kid who does this and accomplishes this, and he's great, and he's got it's okay to sometimes not be that. I'm not that, and I don't expect you to be that. So when we were in Indiana and he was walking around meeting professors and he already said, I'm going to run for, government at Indiana, and I'm going to do this, and I was like, okay, that's great. But it's okay if you don't.
Yeah.
And
That's nice of you, Mama.
it is. It's okay. And it's okay to fail. It's okay if you don't fail a lot because you have to graduate. Right. But it's okay if you get there and it's a struggle.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah.
And
Beckett said he was struggling in one of the classes
Yeah.
on that topic. He was struggling in one of the classes because it was like supposedly one of the hardest classes. Now I can't remember what it was, of course, the last year. And he called me and he was like, I don't know, Mom. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to pass it. And I go, I'm sorry, because he's never failed a class in his life, right?
Ever.
And he goes, well, like my roommate said, C's get degrees. And I go, oh, mother of God.
fuck that roommate. That's not helpful.
But it's true.
But it's
I was
true.
like, you know what?
Yeah. Have
Wherever
fun.
you choose to go for your master's program, if you end up doing that, I was
Yeah.
like, just make it through this class, man, because it
Yeah.
was challenging. And when they're away from home and you can't really support and give them a hug,
Yeah.
and it's like you want to give them whatever support you can.
I want to
from
read
far
your
away.
papers. I can't.
Yes, you can. They're
Oh,
all
you
digital.
can. They
know.
they
They're
share
all
Google Docs.
digital.
It's interesting. It's like a mix of everything you want as a mom, but you're terrified that that's it. Poof. I was like, what do you mean he's not? It just feels like I'm losing a piece of my body.
Yeah.
And I know he's not.
Yes.
He's only going to Indiana, but he's not. I feel like I'm losing a piece of
Yeah.
my body.
Yeah.
And it's awful. And I don't want him to know that because I don't want him to worry about me at all when he's gone.
He's not going to.
He better not.
He's not going to. I mean, unfortunately, he's not going to. There's part of me that I was like I would talk to Beckett at least every other day, and our relationship changed in the best way. We had a great relationship before, but when your kid sort of, I don't know whether or not you experienced this, because I've talked to you and you've always had this tight relationship with Dylan. But
he doesn't share with me as much as I'd like. Half the time
that
I don't
is-
know what's going
that
on.
is not even
No.
that's like the tip of the iceberg. I'm talking about the kids that become assholes for 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
because
never had that.
If you
Never
had
had
a
that.
super tight, if you have a super tight, relationship with them, they have to push you away,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And and it happens, and it's totally normal and totally natural. And he came back, and they come back. They always do.
Yeah.
I've heard this.
You know,
Yeah.
and I would have
That's good for
conversations.
women to know and moms to know and
Yes.
dads to know.
Yeah.
I would have conversations with Beckett when he was away at school. I would call him to talk to him about Paxton. I'd be like, I don't know what to do. What do I do about this kid? And he gave the best advice. And he was like, oh, Mom, I hope I was never like that. And I was like, you weren't, because it was you were a different kid.
Yeah.
But just what do you think? Because you know your brother in a different way. And like, he just really, really, became this guy that I loved to talk to on the phone. You know what I mean? And Dylan will be the same thing. And
But he's not in my house.
But to your point, like I didn't have that sort of rejection of my mother when I was a
Right.
teenager either.
Right.
I had it later, like in my 20s, once
Yeah.
I moved out, and like I needed to not be a product of them anymore. I needed to be my
Your
own
own
person.
identity.
Yes. And it wasn't as extreme as it would have been if I was, hormonal and 16 or whatever. But, so it will definitely be a breaking away, but it will be also this birth of this new relationship that you have with him.
Yeah.
I think that I need to be reminded of that, and all the people that are sending their kids off to college for the
Right.
first time I've heard that they come back, or even better, and I've heard this from numerous, you've experienced this,
Yeah.
and I don't know, I'm not sure you have yet, but
What is
Beckett's both your kids have always been such beautiful humans. So it doesn't
Oh,
surprise
no,
me
Beckett
in the
was
world.
not a beautiful human
I
for
always
a couple
thought
of years
he was.
there.
Really?
Both
Well,
my
he was
girls tortured me quite a bit.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
But they're lovely, and I love
they're-
them.
but they torture you, yeah.
I mean, those teenage years. Wow.
Oh
Yeah. Oh.
But I've heard that they also come back from college and they go, oh my God, I didn't realize how many kids have horrible home lives.
Yeah, that is true.
They didn't realize,
Yeah.
oh
That
my
is
God,
true.
kids come from really difficult situations, families that are broken, or a parent that's died, or just parents that hate each other. And the gratitude,
They're navigating
which
that.
I
Yeah.
love, the gratitude of, oh my God, our home was happy and joyful and fun, and I was safe, and you and Dad love each other.
that's
Like
big.
those are rare. That's big.
Yeah.
big.
It's
Yeah.
actually not as common as you'd
Safe
think.
is the key word
Yeah.
there,
Safe
man.
is
That
the
is
key
the
word.
most important thing to me.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to Beckett's girlfriend about that the other day. And I can't remember what the context was, but I think I was just telling her about how, what it was like when I was growing up, because when I was in high school, it was like, I don't know. Let's see. How old was I? It was like, late 80s, early 90s, right there. No, late 80s. It was in the 80s. And, there were a couple of kids whose parents would like kick them out of the house. That was the thing, in the 80s. Like they kicked them out of the house, because they
Oh.
were boys who were like, oh, you never had any friends who got kicked out of their house?
Oh my God.
No? Oh.
Well, I did
we
hear
had
a story. I'll tell you a story.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think so.
parents would be, yeah.
And they
I
think
mean, like,
I'm teaching them a lesson. You're
yes.
like, that is
Yeah.
And
horrifying.
my parents were the parents that said, they can come here. They can always come here.
Oh, that's so nice.
And like, no matter who it was like a guy that was in my friend group, like, they were like, always have a place to sleep here. They always need some place to go. And like, I think about it now as a parent, and I'm like, oh God, I mean, that can be somewhat controversial. Like these other parents are like
trying to teach a lesson.
Yes, and you're
Yeah.
like, come
You
here.
know, fuck those
I'll
parents.
make you dinner. I'll take
No,
care of you.
you're saving
Wow.
that
I
kid.
agree.
You're saving
I
that kid.
totally agree.
And you're helping that kid realize that not every home is ugly.
I mean, that is
Yeah.
everything, because if you don't feel like you have a safe place
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
to
that
land,
you're heard even, or a safe place to land, or you don't know what the day is going to bring in your home. Some kids
Yeah.
really don't know. I grew up that way a little bit. I didn't know
Yeah.
what the day was
Yeah,
going to bring.
right,
Yeah.
And you're on
right.
edge. And then you don't get a chance to really learn who you are growing
Yeah.
up.
Because you're
I
on defense so much.
I definitely didn't know who I was. I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Because
I am too, but I did have a safe place, so I don't really know what that means.
you're one of the most amazing humans ever, Corey.
That's very
Like,
sweet, but
it's true.
I still haven't figured it out.
Okay,
So
that's true.
yeah, okay.
But I mean, like, who I am, what do I like? How do I feel about things?
Right.
All of
Yeah.
that. And another thing, when I gave birth to Dylan, part of me, and I'm carrying this regret with me, and I have to let it go somehow. And I don't know if it's manufactured in my head, but when Dylan was little, I wish I was always around, and I was always making sure he knew how to hit a ball so he would be cool. He had good meals, and we would read books in diners if I had to, run an errand, and he came to lunch with me, and he was 4. I was the attentive,
He was reading at
very
4?
involved. No, I was reading a book at 4 to him. He was reading at 4, yeah, Shakespeare.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was so concerned with making sure he never felt the way I did as a kid, that I was so concerned with him feeling good about himself in the world and molding this person that would feel happy and thrive. That
Yeah,
I
you were
wasn't-
breaking the pattern.
but I wasn't as present. Does that make
What-
sense?
no.
Like,
Go
for
on.
example, I was like,
You were so busy being worried that you weren't there to enjoy it?
No, I enjoyed it, but I was so busy making sure, okay, today's the day you're going to learn how to hit a ball so that when you try it for a team, you feel good. Like things that were just
Like
simple.
teaching him things that you didn't learn?
Just things that made him feel
Competent.
competent, successful, alive, and heard. That was
And
a
what
big one.
about that have you not forgiven yourself
Yeah.
for?
I feel like in my heart, I was so concerned that I didn't make the mistakes of my mother and that I wasn't as letting myself just go, let me just look into his eyes for a couple minutes.
Oh, Jill,
that
that is
sounds silly.
That is just because he's leaving for college.
I
I'm
think
sorry,
so, right?
but that
It
yeah,
must
no.
be, right? Like,
Are you kidding? Oh my
I
God.
just want to like.
You know
All
what?
you
If
did.
that's the biggest thing
It
you're
is.
beating yourself
It is.
up
I'm
over,
beating myself
pretty
up over
fucking
it.
good.
Well,
Good point, Libby.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I was
there's so
busy.
many bigger things
I
that people
know.
beat
Many.
themselves
I know,
up over.
but I just wish I could like go back and go. Let me just sit with you and really take it in.
You just want to go back.
But-
It's not
wanna
because
go
you didn't do
back.
it
But
right
we
then.
all
You did
have
it right
that.
then.
Like,
did.
I wish I could go back with my girls on so
Yes.
many different
Yeah,
things,
me
Like,
too.
I
just to be in that moment.
just to be in that
what
moment.
moment would you go back to?
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
good question.
so many. I would go back to, reading to them when just before they go to sleep at night. We would have, that little cuddle
yeah.
time and
Oh,
reading
yeah.
the books. I would go back to,
But you did
walk,
that. What do you regret not doing?
Being present in the
being
moment.
as stupid as Jill and
I
being,
wish I was
being
more
like,
present. I was so worried, like, oh my God, it's going to be 8:00, and I really want to make sure I have a little bit of a time to get some writing done tonight. So let me get him to bed. But I would read like 5 books, and we would snuggle
Yeah,
and do
I know.
voices.
There
But-
are
but
365 days in the year. You read plenty. If
Yeah.
you read 250,
But was I
they're
present?
going to college.
But you get what I'm
so
saying?
They must read.
But was I as
gotta
present
tell
in
me
those
directly.
moments? Or was I so tired that I was doing
Well-
it for his good, but I wasn't as present in it? That's it. I
Dude,
nailed it. I was
if-
doing it for the benefit of him, but was I as present in the moment?
Well, then
I
you
think
needed
you're
to have
right.
done
This is leaving.
cocaine so that you could have been more aware.
Exactly.
So that's the
24/7.
Should have
lesson.
done cocaine.
That's the lesson.
Parents, you should do cocaine when you're young and your kids are little. That's the lesson.
Okay, if there's one thing you could say now to you on the day you drop Dylan off.
Take it in and make it about him, not about how my heart is like, oh my God, I'm dropping my 5-year-old off at college. Bless you.
I sneezed to the truth. That's
Yeah.
and
I'm
it's Ganosa.
dropping- Yeah.
And you know what? That really is it, because I remember saying goodbye to Zoe at Barnard,
Yeah.
and she's gonna be like, Dylan. They were like, see ya.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, you're
And-
good.
Dylan won't though.
Yeah, he
Dylan
will.
won't.
Oh, he's so will.
No, because
He's very
Dylan
Zoe.
is so sensitive to you. He's going to be like, I'm good, Mom.
I think he will.
He's going
I
to take
think
a
he
moment.
will.
Like Beckett was half that and half Zoe.
Yeah.
Beckett was like, you don't need to stay for all these like orientation things.
Yeah.
I mean, you're good.
That was
Like,
Zoe too.
But I
You
want
don't need to
to.
stay. No, I didn't want to.
didn't?
I
I
don't.
do. I'm
Why
staying
do
for
I want to
everything.
talk to the other parents?
I
don't give a
signed up for
shit.
everything. I
I'm
was like
signing up
at
for
these
everything.
like
I did
tables
too.
with people,
I'm doing
and I'm
everything.
I
like,
did too. I tried, but then
Yeah.
I realized I'm like, why? These people
Yeah.
are from
'Cause
Boston.
Zoe
What do I
could
give a
care
shit?
less. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if I had gone with friends, that would have been different. But when
So
it was time
actually,
to
yeah.
go, he was like, "No, I'm good." I mean, we did have to encourage him. He loved his room once we got it set up. So we did have to encourage him to go. Beckett, get out. There's like a concert on the grass tonight. Like, go out, meet some
Oh yeah,
people.
they do.
You know what I
gorgeous
mean?
Stuff
Yeah.
there.
But
Yeah,
Dylan's not
it's-
going to have a problem with that. So
No,
No.
he's already.
Yeah.
I'm worried that he's never going to call me.
Jill, stop.
I am. He's so independent and so loving at the same time.
You are
Well,
lucky
exactly.
if he doesn't.
I did my.
If he's that comfortable,
He is
just
so
know
comfortable. I did my job right. I know
Yes.
this. But yet again, like Alan said, it sucks. Call me, need me.
He's gonna call you.
But so
Beats.
even if he doesn't call you, because Zoe, like the first couple of months, was so overwhelmed with it all, she would call a little bit,
Yeah,
but
they've
not.
gotta figure
but
it
they're
out.
They've gotta
so.
figure it
Yeah.
out.
But then
I'm gonna let him
Then
be.
they come back
Yeah.
and they want to
He
share
calls and
all
tells
the
me
best
good news.
bits.
He does call and
Yeah.
But here's the thing I'm going to do, and we're contemplating this. I'm not actually going to do it, but it's a good tip, Tuesday tip.
Okay.
Get a dog right before your son or daughter go to college so they miss the dog. Right? Like,
Are you
get a
insane?
puppy and then constantly send pictures of the dog to Dylan so that he's like, I got to go home. I've got to see the
Izzy
dog.
not
would have
even
refused
funny.
to leave.
It's not even funny.
I've got to be
You're
serious.
trying to make that a joke.
I've gotta be
You want
serious.
a dog pissing on your carpet right after your kid leaves
Well,
for
no,
college.
not a dog that's not housebroken. Like, we've gotten rescues and they all know how to go outside. I'm talking like a great dog, and I'm going to name it Dylan.
Oh my god.
And I actually jokingly say, you're going to get pictures of a new dog. And,
That's hilarious.
you know,
Izzy would have refused to go to college. If there
Yeah.
was a new
See?
dog here, she'd be
Yeah.
like, forget
No,
it. I'm
I'm
staying.
going.
Oh.
I'm staying.
I mean,
Okay.
we have this
a good
beautiful
tactic.
big
Yeah.
boy right here. It's a good tactic.
Yeah.
But my friend Janice told me, she goes, just send pictures of the dog and he'll start responding
Well,
immediately.
Beckett actually, oh my God, I totally forgot about that till just now.
Yeah.
So our dog Zula was probably 6 or 7 when he left for school. She's 9 now, so she was 7. She would go in his room, jump up on his bed,
Yeah.
and nap on his bed.
Yep.
And then whenever he came home, like for holidays or whatever, he would come in and she was like, oh my God, you're here. Oh my God,
Yeah.
you're here. Oh, please stay forever. Please stay forever. And he would have to get down on the floor
Baby girl.
like immediately. And it was like, oh my God, it was crazy to get her to try to leave his room.
Yeah.
So, you don't need to get a new dog.
Yeah.
It's part of the tactic. I'm telling you. And I was like, Dylan, what's your favorite dog? He goes, I don't know. And he's looking at pictures of dogs. I'm like, I'll get any one of those.
I did send Beckett pictures of Zula
Did you?
sleeping on his bed. And
Oh.
I go,
Baby.
We send pictures every
It's a
day.
good tactic. It's a good tactic.
They'll respond to the dogs always.
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 I mean, even when he's out and about, I'll send
Yeah.
pictures of the dogs and he goes, oh my God, so cute.
Yeah.
And then he'll go, what are you up to? I'm like, see?
Yeah.
yeah, dog
works.
first. Yep.
Yeah. So, but for all the, thank you. I need this.
I know.
Lots more wine to come.
So, Jilly, we are survivors
Yeah.
of this.
I know.
Well, actually, give it a couple of years. Yeah, actually, no. I
It's
am
a shit show.
broken, shattered to never recover.
Actually, I'm dead inside now.
Yes.
Second
yes.
one
I
gets
had
more
a
attention.
lot happening all at once when
did.
Beckett left for school.
You had a
so
lot.
So I have to say, in all honesty, I haven't completely recovered, but it was
Yeah.
because it was a combination of like 3 things all at once.
Yeah.
But I have to say that Libby's been through it twice and is an empty nester. That I
thanks.
don't understand yet.
I think I'm going to raise Hudson to be a loser so he stays at home.
Right? Teach him like
Don't
just
aim high.
Go to trade school.
Just fuck that.
Just become like someone.
Don't do anything.
Go to Valley College. Like not to bash
No,
Valley College.
no, but I know what
like,
you mean.
know,
Just
stay
need
at
me
home.
always.
Yeah.
You're going to be a loser. That's my... No, he's
Do
actually
what you gotta do.
smarter and more
You
ambitious
guys.
than Dylan. Fuck
No.
me, I'm screwed.
No, I mean, being
an
an empty nester is hard. I feel like that saying that first goodbye is just a gut punch.
It's a gut punch.
And
It
but
is.
then you see your child thrive in this new way.
Yeah.
That like sort of makes you
Well, that's
You're
what I keep
so
trying to say to
proud.
Jill. I keep
You're
trying
so
to be
proud.
positive, but at the same time, what it comes across as is lack of empathy. So
No,
let me
it
just tell you,
doesn't.
like
It doesn't come
officially and
across
on
that way.
camera, that it's fucking hard.
Oh
and
my
I get
God.
it.
Yeah.
But the reason I
Awful.
keep saying, but you know what? You have Hudson, you have this and that, because that's what saved me.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
the, that's the twist on, that's the positive. And like, and poor Hudson, because honestly, it was
He's
like,
smothered.
yeah, it's because all of my attention went, whoom, like I said in another
Yeah.
podcast early
Yeah.
on, that it was like, poor Pax. Like, he's like, he had a therapist for a while because he's very shy, and I wanted him to learn to
so
speak his
cute, by the
mind
way.
and come out of his shell. And he's great at it now. And, it really helped. But like, I remember one of the sessions where he was like, yeah, she's a lot. She's a lot. And
Oh my God.
seriously. And I was
Well,
like,
how did you take that? Were you like,
I was
"All
in the
right,
session
all
and I go, I am a lot. And you know what? I said, and all of a sudden I had this wash over me of what it was like, because I grew up with a very strong mother.
Yeah.
You did.
And all of a
Yes.
sudden I was like, I like softened, and I go, that was hard. I know what it was like to grow up with a really strong mother. And it did sometimes make me just fade
back,
a bit
yeah.
because I can't compete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have to remind myself of that every once in a while.
Yeah.
And
Wow, that's
as,
hard, though.
as strong as you want to be for your kid, and go and get
Yeah.
behind them and be the wind beneath their wings, but you don't have to be
Yeah.
the fucking hurricane
Yeah.
under their
Yeah,
wings.
that's very
Like,
true.
I mean,
I just quietly sit back now and go, "You got this."
you don't quietly do anything.
No.
I don't know what
I
the
do that
fuck
with
you're
Dylan.
talking about.
But I quietly
sit back.
do sit
I'm
back and I
sorry,
go,
I'm
"You
Corey.
got this."
Who are you?
I'm sorry. Who the fuck sat down? Hi. But I do. I quietly. I don't push him to. I looked at his classes. And
Yeah, you probably don't need to.
I don't need
Yeah,
to.
I mean,
That's actually sad though.
with Zoe, I didn't at all. Oh my God.
Well, I have two boys that are normal boys, not Dylan and Hudson, and I have to sort of be there to
Yeah.
like, guide.
Yeah.
But I love
However,
that.
Beckett's got it all under control now. But that
Beckett
freshman year
totally does.
was like,
Yeah.
it was tough. It was challenging. You had a bad roommate. It was like,
Oh, that sucks.
it was a lot. It was challenging that first year, and that's another thing
Oh,
that
the
maybe not for
roommate's
you, but
huge.
Roommate's
other
big.
moms need to know that it is
Yeah.
the roommate
roommate
thing.
can
If
be
it's
very
random,
Well, and navigating college can be hard. Like,
And you're
you know,
living with someone else that's new.
living with someone new, going onto a campus
Especially
in a
kids who've had
city
their own
that
room.
you've never
Some
been.
have.
Yeah.
Yes, and a city you've never been. That's
right.
And having to deal with teachers, because unless you're really good at communicating, that's very hard, because if
Yeah.
you don't make an effort to speak to each of your teachers, it really bites you in the butt
does.
as a college
yes.
student.
You have to be
It
your
is
own
not
advocate.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you really
Yeah.
get favored if
Yep.
you're able to like hardcore advocate for yourself.
Absolutely.
And like there's a reason they have you learn that in high school. But
Yep.
like for the shyer kids, like I mean
Really hard.
I know adults who are super shy.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that they weren't shy in college.
Yeah.
Like there's some people that is just their
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah.
It's just their
like
nature.
they shouldn't be punished for that.
Right.
So they might need support with that, but the great news is each of these colleges have people to help them.
They do.
And you can just, help your child like sort of find that.
Yeah.
You're
Dylan
not going to
won't
need
need
that.
that. Yeah.
What?
Dylan won't need it, yeah.
But the great news is it's going to be an adventure. I mean, I loved going to visit
so proud of
Zoe
him.
Yeah,
and
I bet you
visit
are.
Izzy.
So proud of him.
Yeah.
My heart is bursting.
Yeah.
Well, and just you're going to
Bursting.
get to go visit Indiana and
Oh, yeah.
see like
So
this
fun.
whole new like place and ecosystem.
But is it
and
weird when you go? Here's what I want to know.
okay,
Is
keep
it-
talking.
Is it weird when you?
Just keep
when you
talking.
break things in the studio?
I am a vandal at heart.
Microphone.
Oh my!
Oh my God, you really covered that well, though. You're good. You need to talk into the. Okay, so you've been through this, and
Yeah.
you've been through this. But is there advice when you first go visit them? Is it hard because? Is it hard? Because I would imagine Oh, you mean the penis is hard? What are you asking?
No.
Oh my God!
You went right to the gutter.
Wow!
I was just talking about this sound.
Being a boy mom is tough.
Being a boy mom, it's
Yeah,
all about the penis in my
wow.
house,
Yeah.
always.
God,
No.
Yeah,
please,
that was
no.
weird. Cut that, Chris. Please cut that. That's
No, please
very
don't.
weird.
Please
no,
don't.
do. But when you go visit, I'm worried that I'm going to go visit and he's going to be so okay. Which
What?
all I want. No, it's all I
great.
want. No, it is great. But then it's really like there's less and less room for me.
No,
You don't. No,
Does
you
that make
no.
sense?
You don't want to take up that space.
No.
I don't, but
because that's the kid that lives in your basement.
Yeah.
You don't want to take up
Maybe
that
I
space.
want him. I like people in my house, like I said.
Have him come home with his girlfriend, with his wife,
Yes.
with his family. No, let him fly.
Yes,
And when
but
you
you
go-
get what I'm saying? Like
when
it's
you go
weird
visit-
to go. You're really not my little kid anymore.
but when you go visit, you enjoy the fact that you see them like
I can't
thriving,
wait.
Yes.
I
and
can't
you get to
wait.
go with them places,
Yeah.
and they show you around.
Yeah.
They show
Yeah.
you their favorite things. They show you what's special, and it's amazing to experience
It's
that.
just it's going to be
Yeah.
so when you love something as much as you love
Yeah,
your
your
children,
child.
everything they do, if it's whatever step of the way, whether they're going to kindergarten, going to junior high, high school, and then college, every step is so profound because
Yeah.
we've all been down these roads.
But
Yeah.
but you
and
can
it's so wonderful when they're doing well.
And it's going to be such a different experience than what we had. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kept thinking that my kid should have, a better experience than I did, or a similar experience as me, or like,
Yeah.
a lot of those kids that ended up going to the same school their parents went to, and like, that didn't happen for me. And my favorite school was not his favorite school.
Right.
And he ended up going to his favorite school because at least I was smart enough to know that that's what it should be,
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
like my choice.
Yeah.
But
Not many
it's
a lot
not
of
what I
parents aren't like
pictured.
that.
It's not
Yeah.
what I pictured.
Yeah.
And like, he's really happy there,
He's in a great program
Yeah.
there, and he's so
Right.
smart.
And Indiana's an amazing program too. And even if it's not exactly like, you may show up and be like, oh, this is not what I expected to see.
I'm sure it will be. I'm sure there will be things where I'm like, oh, and but like I said, the pride that you feel for your kids, it gets
It's-
more and more
well,
as they get
and the
older
enjoyment
and older.
of
Oh, yeah.
experiencing new
Through
things
them.
with them. Yeah, it's
Yes.
just it's super cool.
Yeah, I can't wait. It'll
Like-
it's a different relationship. with
Zoe
your
would
kids.
send me pictures of they had all night study sessions at Barnard right before, midterms, and they'd have a Subway sandwich that went across the entire campus, and kids would just come
Oh, that's
all night
so
and take it. It was the
cool.
longest Subway sandwich ever.
I'm sorry.
And that was their
Nope.
Why no?
Okay.
I love
Time out.
Subway sandwiches. Why not?
Across the whole campus. On what?
on a big table.
Libby needs it on
A
ice.
table
and
across
chilled.
the campus.
Barnard's campus is kind of smaller. And, it's right across from Columbia.
I
So
know.
they can walk over there. But it's a
My
all
best
girls
friend's
campus.
daughter went
and
there, yes.
It's
okay.
fab.
But when you say
Best
this
friend, I thought I
Subway
was your best
sandwich
friend,
is
but we'll
sitting
move
there, my first friend in LA,
Okay, fine.
Mary Manofsky.
That's fine.
I
Mary
told her I'd drop her
Manofsky.
name.
Fuck Mary
I know.
Manofsky.
And Mary Manofsky, man. She's tuning in only to hear her name. So I had to bring it up.
Bring it.
Mary Manofsky. Mary Manofsky.
Mary
we love you.
Manofsky.
Yes. I told her I would try to sneak it in every
You snuck it
episode.
in.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, so the table there's a table that goes across. I'm sorry,
I think it's just a
need
huge
visual.
sandwich.
Corey,
I'll look
that's
But
for
so
for
the.
That's
how
so
long
you.
is it sitting there?
It
All
gets
night,
eaten.
you
enough.
said.
It gets eaten. Like they bring it out in the middle of the night and everybody eats it.
They know
Everybody's
to go out
up
and
all
eat
night,
it.
and everybody just goes over there like 12, 1. Do they know exactly what time the sandwich gets
Yes,
delivered?
they do. I believe so.
This is
see.
so Corey. This line.
This
is
is so
happening.
like
I feel like I don't care.
I'm on
It's there.
the stand.
I don't want a
It's just a
cereal.
sandwich.
I want
It's a Subway sandwich.
I want a
So
tangible
Corey.
plan. I need to know
so
when.
They weren't
what is
serving
it sitting on?
lobster.
It's there,
I mean,
yeah.
it wasn't like,
wasn't
everyone come
shrimp.
out with your bib. We're like having lobster
Is
now.
it wrapped
it's
in
a Subway
foil?
sandwich.
Like, has it been sitting there a half hour?
It's so Corey. That's so you.
I
I'd
need
be
the
like,
details
it's there.
of it.
I'll eat it. Does
Yeah.
it, is
No,
it tasty?
because
you
I
would
have
not.
to study
I
some
would.
more.
You covered your food with a napkin
Well, that's
when
because
the
the waitress was
waitress came over who
disgusting
was
and she was
gross.
talking.
Come on. I know you too well
She
to go
was
with that.
talking over my food, and she
Oh
really
my
grossed
God.
me out. So I covered it with a napkin,
you
and Corey
would
looks
want
at me.
Well,
the
now-
Subway to be wrapped in foil as well.
That
Right?
I would. I wouldn't want it sitting out. But when I was in
Right?
college, I wouldn't have cared. I would have just run out. Now I'd be like, how many people have touched this? I don't do buffets. I love buffets though, but if they're out too long, you're asking.
You just want to be first online at the
I
buffet.
do. I want to be. I want
Yeah.
to see it come out of the
Yeah.
kitchen. How long has it been sitting
Yeah,
there?
and if there's pudding, you don't want
Oh,
the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I
you-
like the skin.
Oh my god!
It's the milk.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
All right. So
Back to the topic at
the
hand.
advice for parents who are sending their kids
Yes.
off to college. I don't know what I'm doing because I've never done it, but
Drink.
I'm going to
Drink a
a lot.
Give-
And if you don't drink, find something else.
Give a big hug.
Hug your kid, hug your kid, hug your kid, and tell them they've got it. They can do it.
It'll be amazing.
Congratulations. It really is going to be
Congratulations.
You made
amazing.
me cry.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So
Yes,
proud of that
So
kid.
proud. We love
I know,
Dylan.
Yeah.
Dylan's a good one.
Yeah.
Dylan's a good one.
He's unstoppable.
Yeah.
He really
Yeah.
is.
But
Yeah.
you better need me still.
He will. He will.
Call. You better call
He
Mom.
will.
He
That
will.
big,
I'm sending
More
you
than
videos
ridiculous
of all
boy.
those football players going, when did you call your mom today? I called my mom twice today.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Call your
got
mama.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
All right.
right.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We will see you next time on Do-Over Divas.
Yep.
Please remember to...
Subscribe. Please
Yep.
follow and subscribe. We really need you right
Yep.
now, and we really appreciate it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers. Bye. New episodes of Do-Over Divas dropping every week, wherever you get your podcasts.